Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I hope you are well. I am Dr. Tammy, your success strategist and literacy educator. I help you move in the direction of more and prepare for what's next. And this is another episode of Connections and Conversations. I am so excited. This is episode 99. Can you believe it? 99. That means our next episode is 100. I can't wait. I can't wait. This is so exciting. So, today we have a special guest. We're going to talk about being healthy and living healthy and how that could look different for each of us, how that can look different for those of us here. Hello, Trynette. Thank you so much for being here. So, being healthy, a lot of people think that you have to be a size zero and you have to work out every single day and you have to do certain things. Hi, Annetta. How are you? Thank you for joining. It's that's what people assume. So today we're going to talk about what it means to be bold, to be brave, embrace your curves, all of them. And yes, they look beautiful. I'm just saying, if I should say so myself. And how to live healthy, to be fit and well. And what does that mean for you? So for those of you that are joining us, if you would share this out. I know that Facebook, you can't necessarily share, like just send it, but you can share it onto your page. You can share it into your group if you are the admin for a group. You can even tag someone in the comments. You can just type their name in, and when their name pop up on the list, tag them and bring them in. Invite them into the conversation. And so my first question for you as I bring in our special guest this evening is, what is your favorite form of exercise? If you were to get moving, if you were to start moving your body, we're not going to talk about what you are doing. Let's not talk about what you should be doing. Let's talk about what is just your favorite exercise. If you were to go out there today and do something, what would be your number one pick? What would be yours? So for me, mine is dancing. I love dancing. Dancing is probably, okay, so I have three number ones. I have three number ones: dancing, Pilates, and yoga. They're all up there the same. But any one of those, I'm so game. So we're going to hear from our guest. We're going to talk about this topic, and we're going to talk about what it means. And I'd like for you to listen to her because she is our Curvy Fit Lifestylist, our fitpreneur. She is the one that she has an amazing community, and she's live. She's on different social media platforms, and she's always sharing her journey. And today I wanted to invite her to share with you. We're coming up on the holidays. This is when people start thinking about the new year. This is when, we start looking at look at me, I'm looking down. Looking at my little waist. I say little like that, manifesting. We start looking at those things because this is the holidays. And so it's a great time for us to reassess where we are, what we've done this year, where we're going, and really just make some adjustments as we move into a new year. So I'm going to invite her in. Let's make sure that we can get her in. There she is. Let her introduce herself and say some things. So while we're doing this, please share this out. Thank you so much for joining. I am Dr. Tammy, your success strategist. Please go up, like the page, turn on your notifications, and definitely say hello to us in the comments. Make sure you're saying hi. Hey, girl. Hi.
Hey, what's going on? Good evening.
Good evening.
Can you hear
Is
me
it okay?
okay?
How's the sound?
I can hear you well.
Yes.
Can you hear me okay? Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
Great.
Awesome.
Okay. So introduce yourself. Tell us who you are.
All right. All right. Let's dive in. So, good.
Let's just dive straight in.
So, good evening, everyone. My name is Trynette Lariba, and I hope I'm looking in the right direction. And I like to call myself the Curvy Fit Lifestylist. And what that is that I promote living a holistically fit, well, and whole life for the active, curvy woman. And as Dr. Tammy has said, I am the founder of an organization called Curvy Fit Chicks. And it is all about celebrating the active, curvy woman. I do understand that in this society, people kind of see it as mutually exclusive. And I like to say that they can happen simultaneously because we are indeed curvy and fit and loving it. Okay. That is one of our hashtags.
Loving it. Let's loving it. Hi, Lachey.
uh,
I'm sharing this out. If you want to know why I'm looking down, I have my other
no
device and I'm
problem. No
sharing to you.
problem. I'll keep going while
All
you're
right.
sharing. And so
Tell us a little bit about your philosophy. Like, what is your philosophy? And well, no. Let's start before that.
okay, okay,
Let's talk about what made you decide to be the Curvy Fit Lifestylist, and then we'll go into your philosophy.
okay, okay.
That might be a better.
All right, all right. So I have had been back and forth for quite some time working out, and unfortunately, I'm a registered nurse as well, and working nights, multiple jobs, parenting, everything kind of started taking priority over my health. And I started seeing signs, and that is why I speak to people a lot about your body will always talk to you, is that we're not listening. Um, but I was on the opposite. I was ignoring because I heard it loud and clear. And so what happened is that my body basically was like, I'm not doing this anymore. You can try to do it, but I'm not. And it,
Like, no, ma'am.
yeah, like no, no. Like first, it was the constant colds, and I'm not a person that usually gets sick. And then it was the headaches, and then I started getting pain. And then in 2015 came the first injury. So basically, I ended up with left-sided hemiparesis, and hemiparesis is like a numbing sensation. So it's different from paraplegia. So I wasn't paralyzed. It's just that it was essentially numb for the entire left side. And so I had to. That was the first round of rehab, um, and I had to check myself. And then after I had been doing well with that, everything was going great, and I had essentially rehabbed almost to normalcy. A year later in 2016, I and my daughter were involved in a flip over truck accident on the interstate. And so our lives, like the truck, flipped upside down. And that began quite a journey. Uh, being in so that being in that state of mind and being forced to really confront a lot of different things within myself, I had to heal from within. Um, and so as I went about that journey, I said, you know what? I'm not going through all of these different things for no reason. I always feel that there's a purpose for your pain, and that your testimony and your trials are to help others as well as yourself. And so I felt compelled and convicted that this was my journey, but it also was my way to actually help other women heal who are also curvy women and looking to be fit, be well, and whole, and not be subjected to society's definition of what healthy looks like. So that there is where the journey began. So that's how I got started as a Curvy Fit Lifestylist.
And so, how has that influenced your philosophy? So now, how do you approach your workouts? What is the foundation of your your services and the things that you do with your groups?
Okay, so how that influenced it is that I approach everything from a holistic point of view because of that. One of the things that I learned was that you can't compartmentalize your healing, and you cannot uh, say that you're going to be physically fit and not deal with the spiritual and emotional traumas that are going on within your life. So therefore, you have to work on being holistically fit in all of those areas. And so that is where the foundation begins. Um, and so with the exercises that I do, my exercise is a whole body. I do whole body exercises. I don't like some people focus on, oh, I want a bigger butt. Oh, I want this, I want that. No, I feel that the whole body.
Okay, wait a minute now,
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Miss Curvy Fit.
Yes.
Now I can always use a bigger butt.
No, no. Oh, girl. Mm.
because it'll make my waist look small.
Look. I got one, and honey, that's a different struggle. Okay, that is a different
I'm just
struggle.
joking. I know. I'm like, wait a minute, let's not go too far here. Like, there's some things that I want to accentuate, so other things look small. So let's just be real.
See, that's I can start a whole nother conversation on that, on the
Okay,
big butt
that'll be part
struggle.
two.
That'll be part
Okay,
two.
let's go. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh goodness. So yeah, so I feel like the body works in a congruent manner. It's it like I said, it's congruent. So all parts, need other things to function well. And so I don't isolate and just say I want to get this done or that done, because what happens is when you do those sorts of things, you still are out of alignment. And if your body's out of alignment, then here is out of alignment too, right? So everything continually must be in alignment. So I work on the whole body being fit. Hmm.
And that's one of my things because we talk. I love that you add the whole. So now I may have to go on all my platforms and steal that and add the word whole, because I always talk about fit and well, but I don't say whole. And that's one of the things that we talked about in my reading community. We talked about this idea of wholeness and what
Hmm.
that means,
Hmm.
idea of completeness. And so I think, one, I need to add that, and two, I honestly believe part of my philosophy is that in order for us to serve others, for us to live out our purpose with passion, we must be well. We must be fit and well. Otherwise, you don't have the energy, you don't have the mobility for some people
Hmm.
to do those things. So it's really important that in order for you to serve and do those things that we're meant to do, those things that we're commissioned here to do, is to be fit and well. And so yeah, so I really like that, fit, well, and whole, like this holistic whole body, like all of it. Because one thing I don't like to see. So let me just put it out there, because yeah, you're gonna learn me. I just got jokes, but I don't like to go to the gym,
Hmm.
and I like to go when nobody's in there, because one, I like to just be. I'm selfish. I just want all the machines to myself. But the other thing is, I see people with like big upper body and these little bitty legs, or they
Hmm.
have these big legs or this big chest with these little bitty arms, right? And they're working out certain things, or they have these traps that are
Right.
like huge,
Right.
and I don't know if they have a neck, right? So I like I really like to be proportionate. And like you said, this idea of alignment, like there's this balance and harmony within yourself, like not only internally, but physically. And I
Right.
think that working out the outward sign is what we see, and how we take care of this vessel, this temple that we are occupying while we're here. And so I really like that. I really love that. So tell us some of the things that you do. So what is it? So what tell us about your business, the business aspect of it. Like, so what is it you do with you do this yourself? And I know she's really
Right.
good, y'all. She is good about going live consistently. I'm kind of haphazard. Like some days I'm like, okay, here I am. But she's like consistently on Wednesdays. I know I'm going to see her talking about her workout. Wellness Wednesdays, I know she does that, and she's really good at sharing her journey. So she's very inspirational and an inspiration to me, because she gives me, when I'm thinking on Thursday I don't need to go, I was like, oh well, Wednesday I had class, I better get up. So I'm interested in, how can ladies connect with you, and what is your services surrounding the business aspect? Is there a business aspect? I don't even know. Is there a business aspect? Because I just follow you and just latch on, just suck up all the inspiration. But tell me a little more about the other things you do.
Okay, okay. Yes, there actually is a business aspect to it, and I've kind of been doing other things. um,
Okay.
I've been doing other things like speaking and doing different workshops, and also connecting with health officials here locally to help them with their women in their organizations to be healthy and whole. How, yes. However, Going forward in 2019, you'll be seeing a lot more from me, so people can be like, "Oh, what else does she do?" So you'll be seeing a lot
Yeah.
more from me with webinars and master classes. I also like if anybody's been watching my Instagram stories, you have heard me say I have been in the lab. I've been in the lab. I have digital products.
I love that when you do that. I say, so cool with this terminology. I really love it. The lab.
Yes, the lab. So I have been in here creating different digital products that will help women on their journey because there's a lot of different aspects to this, right? So there's you have your finances, you have the faith, you have family, there's fun, which includes travel, right? Uh, and having a life, but um, all of those different compartments or segments all have to have their attention. So I'll be providing both educational and empowerment type of events and products for women to purchase. So I'm really, really excited about 2019. There's a lot that'll be rolling. There's a lot that will be rolling out. Also, I'm gearing up and I'll be launching a membership group also in 2019. Very Curvy Fit Chicks is that they will be a group of elite curvy women who are active, who are disciplined, and who have the drive and determination to live this lifestyle because it is indeed a lifestyle. It is nothing temporary. Yes, you're going to have your trials or tribulations, but one thing for sure is that you're going to stay on track with your fitness, and that helps you to continually realign yourself. And so there would be requirements to be a part of that membership because you'll be held to a higher esteem, so you must be actively working out 3 to 4 days a week, every week, except your rest week. Like, rest is a part of the plan. So that is not, that's fine. And there'll be a 90-day fitness test. We'll be doing obstacle courses like I invited you to.
Oh,
There's an
wait,
obstacle.
stop the press. Y'all, see, she's trying to throw it in there. She is sneaking it in there. So let me just say, and let me just tell you how this girl has bum rushed me, have put me my little feet to the fire, has made my bottom pop up. Listen, I get a text one day. Hey, would you like to do now listen y'all how she tells me an obstacle course challenge? And I'm thinking, oh, yeah, obstacle course. That can't be bad. Maybe we're in a car. I don't know. Maybe we're doing something. No. And then the next text comes in with the link. I look at the link title. Y'all know I'm an investigator. So I look at the link title. It said brutal. It didn't say beautiful. No. You didn't hear it incorrectly. It said brutal fitness challenge. I was like, are you kidding me? So y'all know what I did. I clicked on the link and I saw tires, I saw walls, I saw going from left to right. I was like crawling, mud. I was like, what are we doing? I was like, oh, wait a minute. So y'all know what? Miss Curvy Fit Chick herself asked me, so I couldn't say no. Now, I typically go to a conference. As y'all, if you follow me on social media, you saw me last week at a conference, and typically that's
Yes.
like the second weekend in November. So if it's other than that, I'm doing it. But can me on an obstacle course? But see, so I haven't committed. I've just said I'm interested. But once I get the date, then I will commit. And she knows once I commit, oh, because I'm so competitive, I might have to get this curvy body in shape and join her in Miami for this challenge. Oh, OMG. So, I hear
Yeah.
that there's teams. So we may be getting a team together, especially if I don't have to do the whole thing. Yes, help us, Lord Jesus. Help us.
You know what?
Help me.
You're going to
Help
be
me.
just fine. We're going to have a ball. You know,
Oh my goodness.
it's definitely going to be challenging, right? Definitely. But that,
Yeah, but I was happy to hear that there were levels. Like there's the intro newbie level, and then there's the really hardcore fit. Because I know those people that do that. That what is it called?
which
Oh,
one? There's a Spartan race. There's
yeah,
Tough
the
Mudder.
Spartans they do,
There's,
and they do that CrossFit training.
mm-hmm.
They used to that. Like I'm not a CrossFitter. I don't care for CrossFit, but I'm gonna do this
Oh, yes,
if
yes.
the date is right.
You'll be fine.
So look for more. Needless to say, we got some things planned together in 2019. So look for it. And if I'm part of that, oh, we probably all gonna have to go live
Right.
because that's gonna be something to remember and capture. Dr. Tammy, an obstacle course. Really?
Well, look, I got the dates. It is November the 16th.
That's the weekend of the conference. No, I'm just kidding. I can't even lie straight. Oh my goodness, I can't even lie straight.
Oh
This
no.
is the weekend of the 8th. So yes, I'm in. Y'all. So okay,
Yes,
so we
ma'am.
gotta figure out how this team thing works. Because if this team thing works, well, I don't have to do the whole course, but I can split up and do the things that I like. I'm calling on some of
Eh,
y'all.
No, 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 no.
No, that's not how it works.
That's not how it goes. However, if you get to an obstacle and you like they tried it, right? There is they do have an exercise called
That's the
the
whole point.
they have an exercise called the 1263, which you can do in lieu of that particular
They
obstacle.
have what?
It's they have an exercise called the 1263. So if you go back to the website, look for it.
Oh no, I don't.
It's it's
That sounds
no
hard.
no.
Well, 60. What? What?
Right. So it's called the 1263,
Oh goodness.
and that's what you'll do. But look, this is
What you talking about, William? So y'all, we'll be back. We'll be back.
oh, most
But I'm gonna let
definitely.
her finish talking about her 2019 because she has some amazing things. So I want y'all to make sure y'all connect with her. So
Yes.
go ahead. I'm gonna let you. This we gotta talk about this obstacle course. We'll talk offline about this.
Okay, we'll talk offline. And also, also, I am organizing a trip to Nigeria. So you all will be starting to see some of that advertisements. And that's for the end of 2019. So I was going to do November, but I'm like, you know what? Let me do December.
You got
Let me do
Smart Break, and then
December.
you gonna take me to Nigeria.
What happened?
Then you taking me to Nigeria. If I do the smart way, you taking me.
We'll discuss
You
that. We'll discuss that. We'll figure something.
oh my
We'll
goodness.
figure
That's
something
like a
out.
walk afterwards.
We'll figure something out. You know, no problem. No problem. So
That'd be cool. I would like to invite my community along. We'll have to talk about
we'll
that.
talk about that.
Maybe
We'll talk
it's a
about that.
collaboration.
Absolutely. So that's a part of the fun, right? So Curvy Fit Chicks, we're also about fun, because you got it. That's a part of being well. You know what I'm saying? Like that is a part of being well. So I'm organizing that. I have a lot for 2019. Also, that I'm working on a kickball tournament for this coming summer.
Oh, I love
I
kickball.
know, right?
We need to live in the same city. I don't live near you. I can't be doing all this flying. I gotta.
So that is so that's going to be going on. So in January you'll start seeing the registration forms for that, and I'm so excited. I am so competitive. Like, let's get it. I've already started talking smack to people. I'm like, shit. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Come with your best game. Come with your best game. I'm about to do this. So
2 snaps and a head roll. Sorry, that's for those of you that are not a '90s
right.
child or teen. You probably don't know what that is, but I'll teach you later.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes. So I'm
So
okay, go ahead.
go ahead.
And I'm also working on a couple of events for nurses. Like I said, I'm also a nurse. And so I'm working on a couple of events for 2019. So I am a little bit busy. Just a little bit a smidgen.
Is this a,
Um, so so I have been off. For those of you who don't know, my trainer, puts me on a designated rest period. So I'm in my designated rest period right now, and I have been utilizing that time. You hear me? I have notebooks and folders, and I've had meetings and this and that and the next, because honey, we got work to do, and there's lots to roll out. So I'm excited for 2019, and I think you all will definitely be blown away. But I'm most excited about, I can't say what I'm most excited because I'm excited about everything. I'm excited about everything. But the membership I really, really look forward to, because these ladies will be um, women that are just the picture of confidence, of commitment, of being bold, being brave. They're going to shine their light. They're going to be pinnacles in their community, and just a living, breathing example of what it means to be curvy, fit, well, and whole. And let me tell you something, okay? We are definitely a force to be reckoned with. If you don't know, now you know. Okay. We are definitely a force to be reckoned with. Okay.
you shoulders?
Look, I'm here to set the record straight. Um, I'm very healthy, like I said, and it's hilarious, but not. After the accident, we were in the ambulance and whatnot, because I had to go to emergency, have some surgery, and all this, that, and the next. So while we were in the ambulance, they kept taking my vital signs, which is normal, and my blood pressure was like 120 over 78, 80, something like that. But of course, I just had this trauma, so they kept taking, and they were like, "Why is your blood pressure so normal?" And I'm like, "Actually, that's."
Because I'm curvy.
I'm like, that's actually elevated for me, right? Because my blood pressure is usually about 98 over 68, something like that. So it was elevated for me, but they didn't realize, and I'm like, dude, I may look fat, but I'm all the way fit. Okay, I'm all the way fit, and and that's the problem, is that in healthcare, the material that we're taught from, and yes, it's shade, just in case you were wondering. Shade being given. The material that we're taught from tells us, when you see A, then definitely you'll see B. But I don't have any of those things. You know what I'm saying? And my blood work is phenomenal. Um, my system runs effortlessly, and that is what fitness will do for you, and that is what learning your body would do. Like, this is something that, it's a journey, because it's a process that you'll be going through naturally. It is what you'll learn. Um, I'm telling you, I can tell you, because I know my body so well, I can tell you what's wrong. I can tell you if it's sleep deprivation. I can tell you if there's different type of vegetables that I need to add, if I need to have more orange vegetables than green. I can tell you if I can tell you anything when it's off, because I'm always listening. And that's what I would implore your audience to do.
Listen to your body.
Listen to your
So we're
body.
gonna just take a introduce ourselves. Make sure we haven't missed any comments. If you have any questions for her, please put them in the comments. I am Dr. Tammy. I am your success strategist, and this is another episode of Connections and Conversations. And we are here having a conversation with my girl, Trynette, who's the Curvy Fit Chick and Curvy Fit Life, the which I missed on the graphic. I apologize. The Curvy Fit Lifestylist. And she is here with me so we can have this conversation. We made a connection online.
Hmm.
And so now we're conversation to you to share a little bit about what she do in her platform, because I think it benefits you. And our platforms really complement each other, because I have my T-Fit group and she has her Curvy Fit. And so I realized, wait a minute, we can do some things together. So this is one of them, is me sharing this platform with her and letting her share what she does and her philosophy behind being curvy and fit. And so, Trynette, if you would just introduce yourself one more time.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening. My name is Trynette Lariba, and I am the Curvy Fit Lifestylist. And my organization celebrates the active, curvy woman on her mission to live a holistically fit, well, and whole life. And so I'm so excited to be here to share those things with you. So I just want to thank Dr. Tammy for inviting me here. And there's going to be lots of collabs to come.
And we're not done, because I still need to ask you a couple of more
Go
questions.
for it.
So for those of you, done, we're not done. We're just reintroducing ourselves for those that are coming in the middle of the broadcast or on the replay. So now, we've talked about the curvy.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about being, but we
Mm-hmm.
haven't talked about old and being brave.
All right.
So we started mentioning that just a few seconds ago before we reintroduced ourselves. But I'd like for you to talk about what what is your philosophy, or what are you what are your proponent of? You could, well, I guess we already know, be bold and brave. But I guess what I'm asking is, how do you share that with the ladies in your community?
Okay, yes. So being bold is to me um, not backing down, all right? Because one of the things that happens is if you've always been a curvaceous woman, even from childhood, you probably were already curvy. And you always heard comments um, about about your size, about your curves. And so what happened is over time, many women have diminished or start to deflect from their bodies. And they start to cover up or minimize themselves in order to make other people comfortable around them. And so, what I try to do is to share with the group how to be bold, how to embrace your curves and be authentically you, not to hide your curves for the comfort of another, because that is something that comes up a lot, is hiding themselves, apologizing for their curves. So being unapologetic about your curviness, about your fitness, not stepping away from conversations. When people say something, you need to correct them at that point in time, okay? And to be courageous when you're speaking out, confidently speak out for yourself, because you've earned this. It's not easy waking up every day, staying fit, making healthy choices and decisions, being intentional about where you are in your environment, keeping keeping your boundaries and tolerances where you have them. That takes a lot. And so be bold to do that, and be brave. Don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid like I say, to have your boundaries. You don't owe anybody an explanation, whatever. Hmm.
No, I was just saying, what's her? How do you pronounce the name? Ebony or Ebony?
Ebony.
Ebony. Oh my goodness, girl. Yes, that's a hashtag. That's a tweetable. I think you need to put that on Instagram, wherever you are on your page. I'm not low keying my curves any longer. Hello, say that. Okay, you can. I just love that comment. I just had to point it out.
Go ahead. That's my girl right there. That's my girl.
Oh, I'm Ebony. I'm gonna steal that. I'm just gonna let you know. So if you see it on my page and I'm claiming it, I stole it. I'm just gonna let you know today.
And be daring, right? So um, don't back down from adventures or situations. Go ahead and step up and do it. Even if you're fearful, don't worry about it. You're able to do all things. So do what you got to do, but stand up to any opposition and anything that is not accepting, because you accept yourself first. and you acknowledge who you are at all times.
All
All
time.
time.
I love it. Be bold, be
Mm-hmm.
brave,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes.
live healthy. That's what this is about today, because I'm always helping women strategize for whatever they're preparing for next, and getting them to aspire for even more than they ever envisioned or dreamed for themselves. And one of the things, we always start with goal setting. One of the goals that always come up is, I want to lose weight. I
Mm-hmm.
want to be healthy, be fit, some form of that. I want to lose 10 pounds, some form of that. And, I realized, so that's why it's a part of my platform. I didn't have it. And I'm a fitness instructor. I say been, but technically I'm still certified. So I'm a fitness instructor. I've taught classes for gas money. I've done all those things since maybe 2010, and so that's a big part of what I do. And I left it aside because did it in college for gas money, but then I realized that there's people out there that is their goal, and if there's their
Mm-hmm.
goal, and I want to address their goals, and like you said, the whole you. We've got to address the fitness. We got to talk about being fit and well and what that means for them. And it's different for every single person.
Right.
Yes, I judge myself too much. That's typically what we do. We judge ourselves too much, and it hinders us from doing what we need to do for ourselves. Whether it's drinking more water, whether it's just taking a walk a couple of times a week, even if it's just 10 minutes a day, it keeps us from doing other things because we judge, and then we get in this self-pity mode, or it actually paralyzes us,
Mm-hmm.
and it paralyzes. We don't do anything. And so I really like following Miss Curvy Fit, because she inspires me. Like, even on those days when I'm in that headspace, which it happens, I'm not. I know it seems like I'm positive all the time, but there's some days where I just like, I'm doing all this, yet I don't see any progress in this area or that area or
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or this body part is still looking the same.
Right.
But watching her reminds me that you just got to keep going. It's not necessarily about what's on the outside, but how you feel on the inside. And like she say, my vitals and stuff are great. So, when it comes to that thing, people are having issues. I'm like, what? You know, I joke about being 24, but I joke about being 24 because that's how I feel. Like, even
Mm-hmm.
though I'm not that, I'm not going to tell you how old, but yeah, that was definitely a couple of decades ago. But I honestly feel like that. I feel like, the pep I have in my step is because I've decided to go on this journey and let it take me where it takes me, and just be fit, well, and as you added, whole. Just in my skin, like
Mm-hmm.
just enjoying being. And so, I really appreciate your platform. I appreciate what you do. You are amazing. And I love it that you let us take us on the journey. And I just catch her everywhere, whether it's on IG stories. If you're not in her IG stories, check it out. I'm even in her group. I snuck in her group. She let me before she knew me, so I'm gonna try to stay in. But she's a nice person, so she let me in. Now that she know who I am, she call me out. But I stay in there because I love catching her live. I'll check her out. She teaches you things that a curvy fit woman needs to know. We're not going to spill the tea, so don't expect to spill the tea. You got to get in her group to hear it. But like this summer, just what a curvy fit needs to share, what we need to do to feel confident and whole in a day-to-day life.
Mm-hmm.
Things that my mom and grandmama may not have told me, and I had to learn on my own because it was supposed to be understood, and because
Right.
I was heavier than they.
Right.
Right, I was heavier for them, or were different. They just didn't know. And so to be in the group, I learned so much. Plus, I get the inspiration. It's amazing. Hi, Trafania. How are you? So good to see you here. Thank you for joining. Definitely go back and watch the replay. So, okay. So tell me okay, now we know we got Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
We got All Business Saturday. We
Mm-hmm.
got Cyber. We
Yes.
got holiday.
Uh-huh.
We have this time of year where people start to focus on fitness and being well. And now, I don't do resolutions, but they start making resolutions and things. So, what do you have coming up in the more immediate future? We talked about 2019, but let's talk about, what do you have that people can join now? So, one, definitely share your group.
Okay.
And then two, like, anything else that you have coming up that you want to share with us. Hey, Tanisha, how are you? Thank you for joining.
All right. So actually, I am going to be having a challenge, and it's actually a gratitude challenge. So it'll be a 5 day gratitude challenge, and the link to that is bit.ly/CFC gratitude. And I decided to do that type of all lowercase. I decided to do that type of challenge because because of the season. B, during this time, though it may bring happiness for some, for others, it brings very sad memories. And it has been shown through various studies the benefit of um, having gratitude, having an attitude of gratitude on so many levels, and it affects us in all areas. So I wanted to start in with that. I do have another product that will be launched. Let me see, probably not for Black Friday, probably by, what is that called? Is that Small Biz Saturday? Is that Cyber? You know, they have so many things. They
Cyber Monday, all business
So,
Saturday.
all this stuff going
So
on,
much.
all this stuff. But anyway, so that's going to be going on, and next month I'll be doing something in the realm of goal planning and setting. One of the things about me is I don't set resolutions. Um, I, I don't do that. I do set goals, but I set goals all the time, and for every different project, for many different things. And so I do believe in having smart goals and actionable plans um, to make sure that those goals are achievable. So that will be coming out as well for next month. So the rest of these, what do we have, about 6 or 7 weeks left in the year? Yeah. So about 6 7 weeks. Yeah. That'll be before the end of the year. So those will be coming out. I'm not sure as of yet any of the specials, but make sure you're following me because I like to pop up with stuff. I like to pop up with stuff, okay? To keep things interesting, interesante, as they say. So, so that's what's going on before the end of the year. And just to let for those of you who are new to the Curvy Fit Chicks, um, the holidays are coming up, and we get to enjoy all holidays. Okay, and that's wonderful thing about this lifestyle because we train all year round. So when holidays come up, we don't have that pressure that other people have because they have not been doing that. You know what I mean? And so don't worry about me. If you see me, eating some peach cobbler, I'm not worried about that. Okay. If I want a peach cobbler, I'm going to eat the peach cobbler. Okay, so just know that because I've done my due diligence. Done my due diligence. Um,
I think for me, I agree because for me, it's all about in moderation
mm-hmm.
and it's all about portion control. So I find that I don't really have to restrict my diet as much as I think I have to because I want to look like XYZ over here, but that's just not my body type.
Right.
But so I what I've learned over the years, that was like when I was in my 20s, in 20s you want to look a certain way. But now that I'm a little older, what I know is that if I eat things in moderation, if I do things in moderation, then that's also true. So I can have a little piece. I don't have to have the whole pie. I
Right.
can have a piece. And it doesn't have to be a large piece, like half the pie. Maybe a smaller piece. So if you deprive yourself, then you're more likely, then you really go off the edge.
Right.
And then you really mess up. And so I think it's all about, being mindful, eating mindfully, and then of course in moderation. So yeah, I'm gonna have a little bit. I may be walking that morning, but I'm gonna have a little bit.
I usually don't. If the holiday falls on my usual workout days, then I still exercise. If it
That's
doesn't,
gonna happen.
then I don't. You know. Uh,
Well, Thursdays are my
See, that's your workout day. Then you got to just go ahead and keep it going. go ahead and keep it going.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing about the way we eat and the way you were speaking about eating is the we don't have those same cravings because we eat, in moderation and listen to our body. So it's not going to ask me to overindulge. It's not going to ask for, you eat just enough and you're done. So I don't need a big plate. You know, how people fix those extra big plates. you know, I don't.
Falling over.
Right.
Like my dad used to always say, you need sideboards. Something to catch all that food.
Yeah, like that's not. I don't. I'm not able to do that. It cuts off. So it's just like just another day. That's why it's a waste of money for me to go to a buffet because I don't eat.
I don't eat enough.
Right. So it's a waste.
Once I'm full, I'm done.
Yes.
Like I'm not gonna still. Thank you so much for being here.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much. So,
I didn't even talk about the group.
Go back. Yeah. Talk about the group. I'm going to ask you another question.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But I do want to just remind you that when you're done, even if it's later, I know in case you have something right after this, to go back in here and just put your links.
Okay.
Make sure I posted the link for the challenge, but just post it again if it's incorrect. Definitely go back and just put the information in there so that way those that didn't catch it when you said it,
right,
they can at least click on it. And then tell us about your group and then any final thoughts and any final things you like to say.
Yes, ma'am. You can find you know what, I wake up like this, so just say a prayer. Just say a prayer. I don't know. When the two of us get together, I'm telling you, it is going to be on and popping.
I'm like, this is it.
I know, just all day, because she likes to dance. I like to dance. I start the dance on the floor. I finish the dance on the floor. Like, I don't even need to stop for water.
Oh my God. I didn't know that. Because I wanted to plan a little kind of birthday party reception that Friday night when I'll be in Miami in May for my birthday. I have to go with it.
You might have to, girl, because I'll be ready.
I'll talk to you about my idea.
Okay. That's me. That's me. They throw on Haitian music, I'm on the floor. Jamaican music, I'm on the floor. African music, I'm on the floor. Just everybody music, I'm on the floor.
We can start practicing for our trip.
Okay, I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. You all have to.
We can whine.
Duck to wine. Okay. All right. Oh goodness. Okay. Oh yeah. So the group. So our group is here on Facebook. We're at Curvy Fit. It's called Curvy Fit Chicks Group. I couldn't come up with a over the top name, so that's what we have for now. Okay, Curvy Fit Chicks Group. And if you're having a hard time finding it on Facebook, you can go to bit.ly/Curvy Fit Chicks Group, all lowercase. But if you put it in the search bar, we're the only one. So you can find Curvy Fit Chicks Group. And there's lots of information in there. It is such a supportive community. It is a safe haven where you can look to find inspiration, empowerment, motivation to help you on your curvy fit journey. I love to be in there. Dr. Tammy can tell you I'm in there every single week, probably at least 2 times a week, if not 3. But I'm in there. I'm in there a lot. I'm very personable, if you haven't noticed. And, I like to be interactive with the group. And I actually do surprise phone calls. Ebony is on. If she's still on here, she can tell you that I do pop up and give calls randomly. If I have not seen
Join the brutal fitness challenge.
if I haven't seen you, I want to know, how are you? How is life? Has anything happened? Has there been any issues going on with you? So I do that for my members, and because I care. That's just it. That's really the bottom line. So if you're looking for you know, a group where you can be honest, you can share and talk about those curvy girl problems, which we won't get into right now. But I will say this one thing, since she mentioned the big butt earlier. Okay, let me tell you all what happened to me today. So
And don't tell too much.
I
This is
was,
a PG-13 show.
no, I was getting out of the booth at Dairy Queen, and it was a table and chairs, beside the booth. So, I get out of my booth and I'm about to go, and apparently, my cheek caught the chair, the chair, the chair just and slid the chair over, So of course, I had to play it off and just politely get the chair, put it back,
I
um,
back it up.
like nothing happened. But look, but these are the things that happen when you have this equipment. You see, uh,
Yeah.
you have to make sure that your spatial reasoning is on point, because if you're off,
Have to have great depth
yes,
perception.
absolutely.
I can't even say it, but you gotta have that depth perception. Yeah, look around, like check it
I'm
out.
trying to tell you, because it will always reach out and touch someone. Okay, but anyway, but anyway, say a prayer.
Or they may reach out and touch it, so you gotta be careful of that too. But we'll talk about that in the group.
We'll talk about that in the group. We'll talk about that in the group. Because you know what? That's one of the things that I really want to do, is put together something for.
I'm reading Trifecta's comment. I'm sorry.
What did the comment say? I got to laugh too. What happened?
She said, "Oh, that happened to me before. LOL. In my case, everyone knew my cheek slapped the chair over, and then it goes into
Yes.
you can't see the more, but he's got the laughing. Yeah,
Look, real talk, and we have a lot of real talk in the group. We have a lot of real talk in the group, because there are certain things, as a curvy woman, that you have to be more discerning of, be more detail oriented in caring for yourself. Really important, right? So, yeah, we'll get into other stuff in the group. So join, so
Oh my
so
goodness.
join our
This is so
group.
fun.
Join our group.
Join it.
We look forward to meeting and seeing and embracing you. It is a very warm environment, so come on in. Okay, did you have another question for me? Oh, you told me to. What did you tell me?
Anything else you'd like to share before we go? Before we close
Oh,
out?
before we close out, I feel like the preacher, you know, giving
Amen.
his last remarks before the benediction. You know. Uh,
Yes, this is it.
uh
Otherwise, we'd be here all night, girl. It's already we'll probably be on here in an hour.
oh, hasn't it? Oh my goodness. Okay,
I don't know.
okay.
Maybe not that long.
It's probably been an hour.
So, we'll be on here at 10 o'clock. Still
And I know,
high.
I know, I know, I know. So
We gotta say something for the next time.
you're right. You're right. You're right. Because we have enough for a part 2 and 3.
Oh yeah. We have some topics. We'll be
Yes.
back.
Yes.
Today was more of an introduction so y'all can meet us together, meet her and her platform, and really just show us. If you're not following her, please follow her. Please definitely follow me.
Yes.
Go up, like the page, so when we come back, maybe next time we'll be on her page. We'll see. I think she has a business page.
I
But she's gonna tell
do.
us. And so definitely follow us. If you're joining us on the replay, thank you for joining us on the replay. We're here just hanging out, having another connection and conversation. And so we're going to let her give us her final words, final thoughts, where else we can connect with her, all that good stuff before we pop out of here.
All right, ladies, you can find me all over the internet sphere. I just had to be different because I know people say internet streets. I said the internet sphere, okay? And I am on Periscope, Twitter, Instagram. Instagram, and I just started my YouTube channel, so I would love if you guys go over and subscribe. I posted my first video, so I'm all excited, and I have so much content that I am going to be putting out there. I am just like, let's do it. I'm ready. So go So go on over. The easiest way to find all of these things and to be on my email list where I send updates and let people know what's going on with Curvy Fit Chicks, give all the news, tips, and all of that. You can go to the Linktree, my Linktree link, and it is. I'll put it in the comments when I finish because they had to be kind of funky with their link. So yeah, they had to be a little special. So I'll put my link. So I'll put my Linktree link in there, and that way you can follow me all over. If you want my cool shirt, we have this in about 4 different colors, and we have some different shirts that'll be coming out this December as well, so that you can rock on out because we have to make sure that we have to be curvy, comfortable, confident, and cute. Okay, like that is definitely a part of the plan. And we are very, we're full figured, but we're very feminine. This is definitely a ladies environment. And that's why I had the shirt made this way, but I'm gonna get some different designs for workout, like some different tank tops and whatnot, so people can do different things and wear it and represent when they're in the gym or out and about. I didn't even tell you all where I exercise. So I exercise. I didn't even go into that. So
She is like the preacher when they're gonna get a benediction, they don't.
I know.
Going, this is it.
I know. Say a prayer. Say a prayer. Okay. Wait a minute. And Dr. Tammy knows if you're in the group and I'm on the live and I'll say, okay, I'm wrapping it up. That's 5 more minutes. It could be another 10. Okay. All right. So I'm getting there. So
So tell us your workouts.
Yes. So my workouts. So what I do is I do workouts twice a day. So the daytime workout is in the gym, and the evening workout is at the park. Pardon me. And then sometimes I just do the park and not the gym. And when I just do the park, then there's added other exercises that go along with it. So I do a lot of strength training exercises, calisthenics type exercises. I do weights, but with low, what's the word I'm looking for?
No.
What is it called? Like it may be 20 pounds, 10 pounds, but with higher number of reps.
So low weight, high
reps. Right. Because I'm all about being lean. Okay. And I let the body take on the shape that it's meant to be. Your body will conform and configure itself how it's supposed to be. So I'm not trying to work against how God has created the vessel. I'm just here to accentuate and enhance the vessel that I am in. And so that's what I do. And my cardio, I run. Praise God. That was not my idea. That was the idea of my personal trainer. Okay, that was not my idea. In fact, I thought he was talking to somebody else when he said it, or I wanted to imagine he was. Because he's like, oh yeah, you're gonna start running, and I want you to run a mile. And I said, oh. I think he's talking to you because I know he's not talking to me because I don't do any running. I don't aspire to be a marathoner. That's not my life. I'm not trying to do that. But if anybody knows my trainer, they know it doesn't matter what you say. What he speaks, that's the gospel. And so
memo. It's not a question.
Right. It's never a suggestion. It's never a suggestion. This is what it is. No.
Let go.
And so yes. So I began in March, and I was on the struggle bus hard. I thought I would die.
But now you like knocking it out. I see the videos. I see the
Now I can go ahead and
Now,
get it done. And then my trainer has to be all difficult and stuff, right? Okay. So what we do in our routines is we maximize. Like people talk about the hit routines and all that. So I like to we maximize and get the most out of each exercise. So when I'm running, I don't get to run on pavement and I don't get to run on the asphalt. No. No, 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 no. So I run on grassy hills or I run in the sand. And not the sand next to the beach because that's hardened sand and that's cheating. No, 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 no. I'm on the soft sand.
where you like snow, where your feet kind of dive in there.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a great leg workout.
It's a lot of
Yeah, that's a leg and butt workout.
girl, it's everything. Leg, butt, hips, your back. Everything. It's everything. But the great thing that about exercising on softer surfaces though is that it's lower impact on your joints. And so you'll be able to, keep that flexibility without, having any risk for injury. The number one place to work out is the water, of course. So after water, then would be sand, and then would be grass, after that asphalt and the rest. But, the Father knew what he was doing. See, everything the Father made for us, whether it's food, land, or elements, is good. That's what you can always remember. Those elements are good, and they're always going to benefit you. The sun, the wind, everything he made benefits us, right? Because there's an epidemic all of a sudden in the U.S. with vitamin D. Almost every woman has a vitamin D insufficiency, right? But did you all notice that more women work outside of the home, right? We don't walk to the stores and all of that anymore. We're not sitting outside speaking with our neighbors. There's a lot of things that we are not doing. We're indoors, in AC, artificial light, artificial air. So the more you're outdoors in the sunlight, getting that sunlight, getting that wind, getting those elements, it helps your breathing. It actually helps your thinking capabilities. I mean, it's a lot of different benefits. So my favorite place to work out will be outdoors. That's going to be my number one. The gym is just number two, just because I can do different things. But if I am outdoors, I can do different resistance training. Like we had an ab workout challenge last month, 21 days. We made it through. Praise Jehovah. I can't say that abs are my favorite my favorite exercise. However, it is so necessary, right? There's so many vital organs being held in this area. So you want to make sure that you keep that right and tight. And a lot of people, like you're saying, are working on their back, but neglecting the abdominal muscles. And one supports the other. So if you're only working the back and your abdominal muscles are weak, you're still weak. And you're still going to encounter some problems. So that's where
I agree. Mm-hmm. Because I know that by me teaching Pilates, being a Pilates instructor, we talk about the core. Mm-hmm. And most of your core, those that don't work their back but work the front, right? They think the core is six pack. The core, it wraps all the way around. All the way. It goes from chest to your knees. Correct. And so you have to work the hips, the IT bands. You have to work your abdominals. You got to work your back, all your muscles in the back. You got to work it all the way around. So like when I teach Pilates, we literally flip the body all the way around. Yep. Exercises all the way around, and it's in those areas. We're gonna work from the top to the bottom of that core. Your core is strong, but most people have the misconception that the core is just your six pack. Look, you don't have to have a six pack to have a strong core. No, I'm just gonna put it out there. Not at all. Because after kids, my six pack doesn't look the same. So, but my core is strong. Right. What's the muscles underneath all right is right, and so that's what you need to be strengthening. And it's more than just your front. Absolutely. It's more than just your back. You got to do it all the way around. All the way. That also helps you with your joints. Yes. core is strengthened, it helps you with your joints, your knees, because then your knees is not bearing all the weight. Now your muscles can hold you up, keep you straight. People talk about their back and having
Mm-hmm.
back issues. You gotta work more than your back. You gotta work that core. Everything is supporting and helping each other. It's not just one thing. So that's why I really liked earlier when we talked about the whole body. You gotta work the whole body. I recommend doing that with Pilates, yoga, and like some kind of cardio. Resistance and cardio.
You gotta do it. You got to do it. It is a musculoskeletal system. Musculoskeletal system. And it needs to be able to support itself. Your joints are meant to help you move muscles. It is not meant to support the muscle. The muscles are supposed to support themselves. And so that you get people the hip, the knee, the ankle. The knees is where they usually feel it first. And when they're not doing what they're supposed to do, then it keeps traveling. And I tell people, you're either going to see me now or see me later. See me now or see me later. There's no way around it. The body needs for you to take care of it so it can take care of you. And to me, that's self-love. That is self-love. Taking care of yourself is self-love and a priority. And I know a lot of times we go to different conferences and they're talking about how are you expected to love someone else if you're not loving yourself. Well, if you're not actually taking care of yourself holistically, is it really? Because you have to be healthy to actually help the next person. And you have to be a living example. Like, I'm not going to be listening. You're not going to listen to me as a Curvy Fit lifestylist if I'm not doing this. that, you know,
That's why you gotta follow her because you can see her journey and you can make sure keep keep a lookout,
keep
make
an
sure
eye.
she's doing it.
Keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. I'm transparent about mine because, um, you know,
I'm not. I just go live now and then in my story. I share it in my stories on the Catalyst for Change one C4C1 handle. I don't in my group. I'm not like her. It's a part of my platform. It's not the platform. So
look, I understand.
so
I
yes.
totally understand. But last but not least, this is it. I promise.
Okay. Okay.
I really want to drive home um, that Curvy Fit lifestyle is all about you embracing and truly loving you for all that you are and for who you are. It is about continual personal development because we're ever evolving, always healing, and always changing, and always reaching for more. So we're all about continually challenging ourselves to be the best version of ourselves that we can be in this moment in time. So I thank you all so much for giving me your attention. I know you have a million other things to do. So for those of you who do watch the replay, I'm really appreciative. And I hope that you will come over to some of my platforms and follow Dr. Tammy and myself because together we're going to help you be better, be bold, be brave. We're going to have you literate. we're, going, we're going to give you
Because you are great
laughter.
her.
Yes, yes.
Live healthy.
That's right. That's right. So thank you so very much, Dr. Tammy. I'm done.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Travelia, oh, I agree. She said, "Oh, the sand is hard. Getting you, you're getting much resistance." Yes, she is. And she said, "My favorite place to work out is at the park."
Okay.
Okay, that's not my favorite. I'm one of the gym rat people
Jim
because
Ram.
I don't care for elements. Because in Corpus Christi, it's usually 100 degrees. But at this time of year, when it's like 70s, oh, I love it. I love it. So I guess my workout is based on the weather. Um, where I work out. It is like fire most of the year. So, but this time of the year is about 70, 80. So it's a little better. All right. So before my phone dies, we thank you for joining us. We thank you for being here. We thank you for being a part of today's episode, another episode of Connections and Conversations. We appreciate you. Make sure you follow Miss Curvy Fit Chick, our lifestylist. And make sure you follow her on Instagram and her YouTube channel. She's going to put all the links. She has a group that is amazing group. Definitely join us in there. Yes, I said us. I'm in there. unless she kicks me out. I'm in there. So y'all my witness. If she kicks me out when I come on here and complain, y'all know what happened. I said too much. But make sure you join us and be a part of the community. And if you have any questions, put them in the chat below. You can even, if you join the group, you can ask them in the group in a more private space. And that's what I really like. I really like the private space. I really like for you to do that. And then you can get like the real deal. Not the PCMs, but you get the real deal. So definitely do that. This is another episode of Connections and Conversations. If you haven't gone up and liked the page, turn on your notifications. Make sure you follow me here. Make sure you like it and follow. If you don't want to like it, definitely follow, but I want you to like it. Share this out. Tag someone in the broadcast. If you haven't done so already, you can type their name and tag them so they'll get the notification so they can check it out. I really would appreciate it. Or share it onto your page or in your group. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining us. We love you. We'll see you again for another episode of Conversations. And remember, I am the one that helps you prepare for what's next and aspire for more. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.
Bye.